Hey, what up, is Don?
Sammy Lee here.
We are the Soul Brothers.
What up, peoples?
How you guys doing? Back up in it.
We're
gonna hit it off with a performance review.
The review
of a half shoe. This is a Frankenstein shoe. This is the Air Jordan 30.5. Is that what they're doing?
I mean, I called it the 30.5 in my first impressions, and then a lot of you guys got mad and said it was the 31. Why not? And then
I like 30.5 better.
I do,
because it's the 31. Why not? Just makes it sound like a colorway.
Yeah.
This is far from a colorway. This is two shoes merged.
Has this ever happened though?
I don't think I've seen this, especially not like with a newer shoe.
Yeah.
Maybe like retros, they do that a lot. You know what I mean? They
Jordan
mix them
6
up.
rings.
Yeah, Jordan puts like 9
Dub
as
0.
different. Yeah, and but you know, a new shoe like this is definitely weird.
Yes.
So this is the combination of a colorway and a silhouette. This is the only one you can get. And it was a PE for a while, so it's cool that they made it available to the public, because Russell Westbrook has been wearing this 30.5 for almost the whole season.
Yeah.
So this is the performance review. I again was not able to cop these. I've been on the major L list lately, but Sam did cop. So let's hop in on the performance review, starting with the traction.
Same as a 30. You know, it's pretty damn good. I feel like the traction is good, but then for me, I do a lot of like crossovers and stuff. So when I cross and then I put my foot down, I go like this, and then you kind of like put your foot up a little bit like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hence, like that's why the Kyrie's curve up.
Right.
But this, it doesn't curve up at all. It kind of does, but there's like nothing, and there's like this plastic thing right here. So when I'm doing crossovers a little bit, sometimes I do slide out.
Right.
You know, and this was a huge problem in the Jordan 23s for me and in the Jordan 12s. So I don't know. Like, I guess if you're just playing normally, if you're just like shooting the ball or posting up or whatever, the traction should be good. But if you're doing a lot of crosses and stuff, then and you do that like me, then you will slide out a little bit. It's gonna be kind of annoying. But traction, you stop really hard. Dust does get stuck on it a little bit, and when dust does get stuck on it, you slide. But you just wipe it off and you're good to go. And I did play outdoors a lot in these, so I did try to break it in and see if it got any better, but it didn't. And outdoor use is okay because the rubber's super hard. So yeah, traction was okay.
Okay. All right, moving on to the cushion. The midsole down is pretty much the same as the 30. So we have a segmented zoom unit in the forefoot, nothing in the heel. The rest is Phylon, right?
Yes, I
believe.
believe.
It's decoupled with this little bridge attaching the forefoot and the heel, which is supposed to give you a little better heel to toe transition, but it's a little bit of a clunky setup.
Yes.
All right, same as the 30.
Same as the 30. If you like the 30 or the 29, then it's really good for you. But to me, I don't really like this setup. To be honest, I can feel the zoom unit a little bit if I'm going hard, but the heel is pretty damn clunky, and I don't know, man, and it just, the whole thing seems clunky to me.
Mm-hmm.
And especially that traction to me, I don't know why it just goes into the cushion and just doesn't feel good. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain it, but it's not coming out correctly. But I don't like the setup.
All right, so right under that you have the flight speed TPU, it looks like, and that's just a midfoot shank plate to activate and deactivate the zoom unit. Also give you a little bit of recoil when you bend your foot. That's the same as it was in the 30, but moving on to the upper, this is where it differentiates from the 31 and the 30.
Yes.
It's a mixture of both. Well, the upper is actually just the 31.
Yeah.
Right? But it's shaped differently, right? Because it's on this different midsole.
Yeah.
So, the materials, how do you feel about the materials?
The materials are super nice.
Mm-hmm.
The fly weave, and gets really soft in the toe. And it conforms to your foot really well. And then there's this kind of like a one booty kind of neoprene upper underneath on everything. And that feels nice. It is a little bit stiff because of the synthetic leather, but it breaks in. And no complaints about the materials at all. I feel like it's premium, and it does its job well. So you know, super nice materials. Moving on to fit. Fit, I feel like go true to size. You know, they only had a size 8. They didn't make anything smaller. So I had to go with the size 8, but it was okay. I double socked. And width seemed to be good. It seemed a little bit narrow, even though I did go up half a size. And toe room seemed to be good. Just, you know, so lengthwise, go true to size. And moving on to support. Support's good too. No issues anywhere. Very supportive upper.
Right.
And lockdown. Lockdown is of course really good. Jordan does that really well with the Achilles pillows, and I wish.
This is the best Achilles pillow setup ever made.
Yes.
Aside from the 30s, which are something really gnarly about them, they really grab. But this is the 31 Achilles pillows, and they're nice too. They almost feel like a gel, like a foam gel.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah. So lockdown is amazing. Okay, now moving on to
weight. This is a size 8.
That shit's heavy.
Ooh.
14.74 ounces. That's heavy, dude. That's
Yeah.
really heavy.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting. Actually, no. It does feel quite heavy. The clunkiness of the cushioning and the heel and the traction. You know, that problem with the traction where I slide out a little bit made it feel like a little bit cumbersome to me. So yeah, it doesn't feel super duper light.
Yeah. Okay. Let's touch on durability and ventilation real quick. Durability is probably pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good, but if you're playing outdoors, just watch out because it does seem to be flywheel seems to be a little bit wearing down.
In the toe, if you do toe drags.
Yeah, they should have put a little fuse in there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, on the 30s they put a diamond encrusted
yeah.
toe cap, which is overboard.
Yeah.
And then they totally ditched it in the 31. So, and then ventilation, how was that?
It was okay. It was a little hot. It was a little hot.
Okay. Aesthetics?
Nah. I don't really like them, to be honest.
Me neither.
The only reason why I like them is because they're so like limited, and it's kind of like a Frankenstein shoe.
Yeah.
But looks wise, I don't really like it too much.
Yeah. Okay. Let's wrap this up. Price wise, what are we looking at?
How much was this?
These are 185.
Yeah, 185. Yeah, I
185.
Think so.
You know, not the cheapest shoe by any means, and also really not readily available. But what do you think?
I mean, if you like the 30s and that setup and stuff, then definitely it's the same thing. It's. I feel like the upper is a little bit better than the 30s, but it's really similar in how it plays and stuff like that. Not my favorite, definitely. If you're like a guard and you do a lot of crosses, like I just said, and you have that problem, you definitely shouldn't get it. But if you play like Russell Westbrook, where you're just going like straight to the freaking rim and dunking it, and you know you don't do a lot of like shifty moves, I think you should be okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. I didn't really like these. So there you go, 185.
Are you gonna resell these as dead stock or what?
Hell yeah.
These are DS, man. Just clean them up a little bit, you know, brush the wrinkles out. Tell me you just took it put them on one time for a picture.
Yes.
That's it. That's it. Sammy says you should pass on these. Not that they're available anyways, but so that's it. Hope we helped you guys out. Soul Brothers, catch you in the next one later.
Peace.